Hello everyone. I have a little disclaimer first. I am not a certified electrician, so anything I do in this video, don't take it for granted because cable gauges and things like that, I know that I have wrong right now, but that's because everything is a temporary. But this house here is my back house, and I'm going to convert it over to 12 volt, which I've already done, and I'll show you what I've done. I have these little panels here in the backyard where I'm running everything from, but I'm going to step you through a few little steps that I've done. And there goes the church bells. Again, every time I try to record a video. So anyway, you might hear a few towards the video whenever I'm doing it. Just stay calm because most of the time I'll be indoors and you won't be able to hear it as loud. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is my back house, and I'm going to show you how I give my front house backup power and my back house full power. Okay, I have my solar panels here, which is 400 watts. This line here is going to the front house, and this line over here is going over to the back house. But I want to show you that the electrical panel is not connected, and it hasn't been connected for about 9 years because the house has been basically abandoned. But see, there's no box there. There's just the panel itself, and it's still locked by the electric company 9 years ago. So let's go inside. Okay, here we are. There's the lights. They turn on. And just forgive the mess because I'm still doing a bit of construction over here. And like there's the kitchen lights. And I got a little fridge and some bottled water and stuff like that because like I said, I'm doing a little bit of construction, fixing broken pipes and things like that. If you want to hear more about that, I can certainly, I guess, start doing videos on that. But all the water lines and the heating lines, they're all broken, so I'm going to be replacing those. So anyway, but there's light here. And the trick is, I have all these little 12 volt light bulbs installed. But anyway, let's go downstairs. And we got lights. And I'm installing a water pump to, test all the water lines, get everything going. But we'll go over here. Like I said, you gotta forgive the mess. And we'll turn that light switch on. And as you can tell, I'm using a VMAX tank bank, which is the solar SLR155, which is a 12 volt. And I just kind of hooked up a power switch right now. I got my charge controller and my fuse panel. And there's my little fuse tester to test the fuses. But what I'm going to show you is I took these two lines here and I paneled them in to, right now I just put 15 amp circuit breakers in, and I ran this hot and this hot to my electrical panel. And I will show you what I did. Oh, let's see. Where did I put that power cord? Plug some light on the subject here. Sorry, I didn't kind of prepare for this. But anyway, see, here's the one coming to power this side of the bank. And here's the other line here coming in, and it's powering this side of the bank, which allows me to make all these plugs and lights upstairs all 12 volts. And as long as you replace all the 12 volt light bulbs, or put all 12 volt light bulbs into your fixtures, remove the 120 light bulbs, and make sure if you have any appliances plugged into your plugs to unplug them, because only 12 volt is going to run on this system. But anyway, that's how I made my whole setup 12 volts so I can do a little bit of construction in here. And yeah, so it's pretty simple. You just put 2 lines from your DC panel right into here, and like I said, make sure that you do not have power coming from the power company, because it will fry everything and you'll back feed into their system, and you don't want that. That's illegal. But anyway, I just wired it across, and my little DC setup over here. But anyway, like I said, it's all running on a V-tank, or VMAX tank, solar SLR155. I'd like to get a couple more, that way I could actually go ahead and put an inverter in here eventually and put a few 120 outlets in and be able to run the microwave, refrigerator, things like that. But I do have a TV upstairs. Maybe I'll go upstairs and show you how I have that set up. One other thing I forgot. I didn't just do the positive. I also did the negative and the ground. That way they're wired to the panel also. So you have your positive, and then your negative and your ground go to your grounding bars. And the same thing over here. I have the negative and the ground going to my bar, along with the 2 positives that power this bank and power this bank. Sorry, I forgot to include that. Okay, here's my TV setup. I set up one of these little switches here, and I don't know if you can see that on camera or not. Doesn't seem like anything wants to focus. But anyway, I power that on. I have a little fan there, a little fan here, and a light here, which I set up in a separate power switch. I really need the light on right now to glare on the TV. But I'll go over here. Like I said, just forgive the mess. Let's sit down. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. I got the TV remote. Okay, so there's my TV. And I have my Roku set up, so I can go in here. I can watch Peacock, Max, Hulu, Netflix, Roku channel, Pluto, whatever I want. And I just use my hotspot on my phone for watching things. Yeah. I guess I have to turn my hotspot on. So, but anyway, we'll go over to the TV, show you that it works. Go over to TV. That's right, free. And you can just, watch whatever local station you want.
Making it worse.
But anyway, that's how I did that. And it's all set up with 12-volt battery. And that's actually a 12-volt TV. So if you're interested, it's called an audio box. It has a built-in DVD player, things like that. But the built-in DVD player doesn't really, I don't know if you can see it here. Yeah, I got some strip lights on the back and things like that, so you can have some ambience when I'm in here. But anyway, the DVD player I found on about half of the American movies, it doesn't play them. It only plays some. It always says that there's a foreign conflict or something with the DVDs, which I don't understand. Maybe it's an overseas type, POW or whatever they use over there for their video, and some DVDs it just doesn't like it. But anyway, that was my TV setup. Okay, the other thing I forgot to show you was this is my other house for the backup system. I use an MPP solar for that, and man, video looks weird on there. But anyway, I have that hooked up to another VMAX charge tank. It's the same exact model as the other one. It's the SLR155. Great batteries. I can't recommend them enough. But anyway, the MPP solar, I have that hooked into the house power there too. Plus it's hooked up to my solar panels right there that go outside. But as you can tell right now, it's charging from the solar panels. It only charges from house power if the battery ever gets super low or something. But I always have it on solar priority anyway, so it's always getting it from the solar. And I always control that from this little laptop. And it uses the watch power software with the MPP solar. And as you can tell, the battery voltage 14.52, so it's got a full battery. And it's ready to go in case of an emergency or whatever. But what I do with that is the battery runs off of that, which I can just grab this extension cord, and I have a little voltmeter. Well, actually, let's just turn this on. You just flip this little switch underneath, and then it'll go to using the battery and then powering the load. And I have this fan hooked up just so I can test. Then you can see the voltage. You can see how many watts it's pulling, or how many amps it's pulling from the battery. And all that you do is you run this extension cord, plug in a few lamps or whatever during the blackout, and plug in your laptop, your internet, TV, whatever you want. You run it for a little while until the power comes back on, and then just come back down and go to your MPP solar and turn it back off, and then it will go back to charging from the solar or the house power if the house power is back on and you want to change it to house power. But I can't see charging it with the house power, so I always keep it on solar priority anyway. And then your watch panel goes back to everything. And yeah, I just keep an old laptop just connected with the wire, and it right there just plugs right in, and that's about it. But that's my backup unit. I use MPP solar, and I use the VMAX charge tanks and the watch power software, and then just a simple extension cord. I run in, I plug in a few lights, and I have emergency power whenever the power goes out. That way I don't have to light candles, and you know what they say, candles can burn down your house if you're not paying attention to them, and then a blackout, you start lighting candles all over the place. You never know. But anyway, yeah, that's what I would do if I were you people. Just, make up a little, battery system for this. But I figured eventually I might just put in a DC panel like I have over at the other place, hook it up to the battery, and start running all the power in the house on 12 volt and get a bunch more of these, and I'll be set. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and anyway, those are my little setups. Now this is my emergency setup, and the other house is a temporary setup, but it might actually become permanent because I don't plan on ever renting that house out, so it's just going to be my house anyway. So running it off 12 volts works for me. I have a little cooker over there with a little refrigerator, TV, lights. What else do you need? Guest comes in for the weekend, throw them over there. They won't be in your way, Fish and guest, they start to stink after 3 days. Find someplace else. All right, well, you guys have a great day, and thanks for watching. Hello, everyone. I'm going to show you how I took this house, and I'm running it now off of the VMAX. Take two. Hello there. First of all, I'd like to put a disclaimer. I'm not a certified electrician. Do anything in this video at your own risk. This house here, I'm going to show you how I have it powered with a battery, and there goes the church bells. You'll probably hear those throughout the video. But anyway, I want to show you how to put power into this house with just 12-volt battery and a few solar panels. So stay tuned.